Hi, welcome to the next edition of Watching the Standard Meta. Today we have some interesting to talk about. This format I think there might need to be an emergency ban. We'll see how this actually how it goes. But I do have four decks to talk about. Two of them are kind of similar, but they're a little bit different. So I'm kind of excited about talking about that part of this. But when it comes to the actual meta, this seems horrendous and absolutely less diverse than the previous before the bannings actually happened. So I don't know what they could do. I don't know if they actually would do an emergency ban announcement to hit Cauldron or not. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Would you guys think there needs to be a ban list, emergency ban list? Let me know in the comment section. Sorry I didn't do a video for this last week. Kind of forgot. So it's going to be moving, I think. My goal now is I'm going to start doing all my recordings on private recordings on Sunday nights, and then Monday through Thursday all live stream slash also do cut them up and put them up as additional content on YouTube. So if you want to watch me do live streams, check out my Twitch. And let's dive straight into this meta. So 32.5% shares is at Cauldron. The deck is absolutely crazy. It's $825. That is insane for a standard deck. So I don't know what to say about that. It must be Cauldron just go skyrocketing. Because I think Mono Green Counters also plays it. So like I guess that's also $500, but still $800. That's like a very cheap modern deck. That should not be the case for standard. So the fact that that is the case, I think that's a huge problem. Uh, and of course, this has a lot of top results. It's showing up everywhere with Demir mid range showing up, like about half. So overall, this is definitely a concern. Two deck format, not what you want to see in a competitive card game. So I would not be. I mean, if the player base is shrinking, I would not be surprised. Control, kind of half. So it's getting a little bit of percentage plus mono red, and then we take a huge dip down to unhealthy rates. Right, 3.61. It's kind of okay. It tanked from the previous week. Then we have tons of 1.7s and lower, the 1 point percentages, which normally a healthy format shouldn't be that big of a pivot drop. So the fact there's so many ones, I guess you could say maybe is healthy. But there's a lot of these rogue decks right in here. But there shouldn't be a deck like this that's consuming so much in the meta. Let's go ahead and dive right into the decks I have to talk about. First is this new Kona deck, Smuggler's Copper Surprise. Playing the brand new spacecraft, planets, pretty spicy stuff there with Rip, which is basically the new portable hull, but an enchantment version. So I kind of like this deck just because it is a little bit of a rampy-ish style deck, but not really, I guess, because it's more of using Kona and Surprise to cheat stuff down, not really ramping by putting lands into play. We have High Noon to stop, the opponent casting multiple spells. Rest in peace for Cauldron. Star Cage can hit Cauldron as well. Voice of Victory, in case we need to stop down removals, counter spells. Surrock for her removal-based strategies, draw more cards. Then we have this Teamer deck, which is a little spicy. So it's built around Trailblazer. You have our Sure Shot, this brand new Eldrazi, and then we have Thrones. We have a lot of stuff that costs 4 power or more, which is kind of sweet. We have Whirlwagon. Basically gets power based off how many lands you control. So it's pretty spicy stuff here. I like it as a whole. We have a little bit of self-mill with Esper Origins. And we have Onslaught plus a Braid for removal as well. And we have our late game with Dragonhawk. Sideboard, we have a mini sweeper with Fire Mage, Graveyard Heat, a counterspell removal for for early game stuff, red decks, stuff like that. Negate, Stroke, pretty good counter spells. Tools for aggro. Surrock for mid-range decks that have a lot of removal. Scrap Shooter for artifacts and enchantments. The Ugin is a nice late game card you could bring in and if you're expecting, a grind out game. So I like that. So this deck is pretty spicy as a whole. The next two decks are very similar, but let's dive straight into those. First is this pseudo small amount of dragons. So we're playing the Sarkhan with Conqueror plus Hellkite and Magda. And then we have the Magnetic Hellkite. So we have a decent amount of dragons for Sarkhan, while also, potentially being hyper aggressive. We're playing the Storm Brood 2, which is a 6-drop dragon. So I do like the fact that there's this dragon package. Sideboard, we have a little bit more removal, artifact hate, red and black hate, graveyard hate, lizards for combo styled hate, Chandra for grinding matchups, exorcist for artifacts and enchantments, potentially mid-range creatures if we want to as well. Then we have red-based mono red dragons with Lynx and Nemesis. We have Sarkhan ramping into Tyrant. We have Marauder, which is a 3-drop dragon. Hellkite, which is also a 3-drop dragon. Still have the Storm Brood, which we can't actually cast. Stuff with Maelstrom. I believe this taps for a white for this. We have a Claw. I don't know why this deck wants to play Claw, but I guess you could do something on turn 1. And then we have a removal, sweeper effect. More removal and artifact hate for the cauldrons. We play our own cauldron. Combo hate. We have Vengeful Possession, which allows us to take a mid-range piece. Chandra for the grinding matchups. That's all I have to talk about today. Let me know in the comment section which one of these lists is your favorite. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out in the description where we have links to all these deck lists. And I'll talk to you guys next week.